Hey everyone, Anthony Scott here, ToyHappyUSA.com. Today we are reviewing FanHome's Iron Man subscription box number 27, which includes issues 101, 102, 103, and 104. This includes parts for the battle damage interchangeable armor that's included with Iron Man. Special shout out and thank you to FanHome for sending along this box for review. It's greatly appreciated. To subscribe and for more information, you can click to the FanHome website on the links in the YouTube description or hyperlinks off of ToyHappyUSA.com. So again, this is the interchangeable battle damage armor that we're going to be working now. There are 5 boxes, including this one left. Each of those boxes come with the interchangeable battle damaged parts, and you can see some of the images on the cover of the magazines that you see here. In the previous video, Iron Man number 26, I showed you guys a complete assembly of Iron Man. So if you missed that video, go back several videos. That is up on YouTube now. Here's a look at the parts for issue 101. This is the biggest bag that's included in this box. And going back, let's take a look at this cover here. Ironheart Model 2. First article, Criminal Minds, Iron Man's Dark Side, from Superior Iron Man. A continuation. And here's a look at assembly. Here is a breakdown of all the parts. And here is the steps. Next page. Do take your time when assembling this. And this is your assembly right here. Pages are a little bit stuck. Okay. So, Parallel Lives, the Fantastic Four. Next article. A continuation. And now we have Ironheart Model 2. On the back, we have Superior Iron Man number 1 from January 2015. And a look at the next issue. I'm going to assemble this now. And let's take a closer look. Here's a look at the final assembly. As you can see, all of that great battle damage deco has been applied to this new head sculpt. And you're going to assemble it the same way as previously done once before. Here's a look at all sides. The back, this is where the batteries are going to go, right on top here, by taking out the screw and then putting the batteries in and then placing it back on. Front view. And here's a look at the bottom. As you can see, that is all screwed in. And I am now moving on to the next issue. Here's a look at the cover of issue 102, including the parts we're going to be using for assembly. On the cover is Ironheart Model 3. First article, Time Runs Out, Illuminati vs. Avengers. A continuation. And here's a look at the steps and breakdown of the parts that's included for assembly. This is the battle damaged faceplate, which you see here. And here's a look at assembly. We've done a head once before, so you guys should know what to expect. That fits right on top of the head. And now we have some gallery images. Really nicely done artwork here. Next article, The Death of the Ultimate Universe. A continuation. And now we have Ironheart Model 3. On the back, we have Avengers Volume 5, issue number 44 from June 2015. A description and a look at the next issue. I am going to work on assembly now. And let's take a closer look. Here's a look at the completed assembly. The faceplate is put on. And you can easily swap it out as it's magnetized. You see the top of the magnet right on top of the back here. And that stays on very well as shown. And I am now moving on to issue number 103. Here's a look at the cover for issue 103 and a look at the parts we're going to be using for assembly, which includes one of the hands. On the cover here, you have Ultimate Model 1. First article, Reboot, Starting Over. Pages like to stick. A continuation. And here's a breakdown of the parts and a look at assembly. This is for the right hand. Here's all the parts, a lot of little pieces here, 3 bags of screws. This is where it's going to go. And here's a look at assembly. A continuation. That's 1 finger there, 3 points of articulation. Another finger, this is the middle finger. And we have 3 fingers done. This is the final assembly here. Now we have Vision of Machines and Men. A continuation. And Ultimate Model 1. On the back, we have Invincible Iron Man Volume 2, issue number 1 from December 2015. A bio and description. Here's on the bottom here, we have a look at the next issue. I am going to work on assembly now, and let's take a closer look. Here's a look at the completed assembly. Keep in mind that inside the plastic tray, these are placed in various places, so you're just going to have to put the fingers together like a puzzle, as there's no real organization inside the plastic tray, but they do fit a certain way, so just pay extra attention to how you put them together. The final issue in this box is issue number 104, and here's a look at the parts we're going to be using for assembly. Here we're going to be completing the right hand. On the cover, you have Iron Man 6. First article, Spider's Armors, Pride and Unlimited Power. A continuation. Now we have a breakdown of the parts and the steps for the assembly. Again, there's a lot of little parts in this issue as well, so be extra cautious with these parts. 5 bags of screws. This is where it's going to go. And the steps for the assembly. In this plastic tray, there's no real organization, so you're just going to have to put the fingers together like a puzzle. Just see what works. So the first one was the ring finger. This is the little finger. Now we're going to be assembling the LED set. And here is a closer look at that. So that's the set. Now we're going to be attaching the fingers to the hands and putting the cover on it, screwing it all together. Now the battery cover. And the plate for the hand. And this is the final assembly. Secondary villains who will appear in this issue. A continuation. And now we have Ultimate Iron Man 6. On the back, we have a look at The Amazing Spider-Man Volume 4, Issue 12, from July 2016, a description, and a look at the next issue. I am going to work on assembly right now, and let's take a closer look. Here's a look at the completed assembly of the right hand. So you can see this cover is magnetized, as you can see here. Just put that on as shown. When assembling, don't forget to put this piece in between these two pieces, otherwise you're going to have to unscrew it and reinstall, just like I did. And here's a look at the hand. Fingers are all articulated, so there's your look there, as well as the thumb, all the fingers. So overall, the build is coming along great. Thank you again to FanHome for sending along for review. It's greatly appreciated. I am Anthony Scott at toyhypeusa.com. My recommendation would be to subscribe. And you can do so by clicking the link off the YouTube description. That'll take you over to the FanHome page, or the hyperlinks off of toyhypeusa.com. We would appreciate that if you did. I am Anthony Scott at toyhypeusa.com. Thanks again for watching this video, and stay tuned for more coverage and reviews.